Welcome back, Alpha Hunters. Hopefully, you're having a very tubular Tuesday. Let's see what's going on with the markets. We had a little bit of a gap down here today on the SPY. And yeah, gap down about 1/4%. A little bit more than that. But we did sell down pretty good there initially, the first 20 minutes. So, all right. We got down about 2/3 of a percent. You can see a nice little bounce. Currently negative 0.1%. Not a big deal. Looks pretty good here over the past hour. Maybe we'll continue positive. Maybe even close the day positive. Just have to wait and see. Q's looking pretty good though. Up currently about 1/4%. Nice little gap down. A little bit of that sell down there. Nice bounce. Got positive. A little bit after the first hour of the trading day. Nice little bounce. A little bit negative. Then currently at session highs, nice little bounce here over the past hour and a half, 2 hours. Look pretty good there. IWM though, oof, pretty big gap down here. Gap down roughly 1.15%. Sold down for about 20 minutes. And yeah, we've been bouncing ever since. Currently down about 2/3 of a percent. But yeah, that gap down was pretty good there on the IWM. DIA, nice little gap down as well. Currently, I mean, nice bounce after the first 20 minute sell off, but it hasn't done much since that first 20 minute sell off. And we haven't really gotten back above that and climbed up out of that. So, okay. Trying to base here over the past couple hours. Maybe we do and push higher later. All right. RSP, nice little sell down, gap down, sold off, bounced. Currently at session highs right now. Okay. Currently down about 0.5% there on the RSP. And we did breach last week's low today. And we did that pretty quickly and bounced, so maybe that's enough to kind of carry it forward going into tomorrow and maybe the second half of the week. So we'll just have to wait and see there. DIA, nice little lower hammer kind of coming in right there. All right. Currently down about 0.5%. Okay. IWM has continued negative. That huge gap down. Thinking maybe it goes a little bit higher, but that was kind of the spot. That was kind of what we talked about at the end of last week, right? On Friday we got this quick breakdown. Looking for it to probably come into that 200 level. It's kind of where we gapped to a little bit less than that yesterday morning, but then we bounced all day yesterday up to 202. And that was basically the area you were trying to go bearish, anywhere in that spot up until this downtrending line. And then we got the gap down today. So maybe we just continue to break down. That doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It looks like we just broke down, retested, and continuing that breakdown there on the IWM. Qs still pushing at all-time highs. Look pretty good. All right. SPY bounced off that 10 EMA today. We'll probably expect this to push a little bit higher maybe over the next couple days. Kind of seems like it would. Okay. Kind of seems like it wants to. All right, take a look at the VIX. The VIX. Not really doing a whole lot today. A little bit of upper wick there. Okay. I'm not surprised that the VIX is kind of a little bit elevated, but dollar also pushing higher today. So we do get the FOMC meeting tomorrow, so we'll get interest rate decision tomorrow. But yeah, dollar pushing a little bit higher. Okay. GLD kind of sideways day today. Not really too much kind of going on there. Although it is starting to go sideways, maybe under this 50 EMA here. So if it doesn't kind of bounce up out of here, definitely look for that lower move. Maybe down, to this 100, which is currently around like 205, 206. And that can happen pretty quick. Could happen pretty quick. Yields pulling back a little bit today. That makes sense. They had a pretty strong day on Friday, continuing a little bit yesterday. So yields are going to have a pretty big do or die day tomorrow. And we'll just kind of wait on that. 10 to 2 inversion. Not really doing a whole lot. It's just been this, kind of just in this zone here for a good part of the past 9 months. So just kind of waiting. HYG, high yield corporate bonds. Trying to bounce a little bit today. Okay. Trying to bounce a little bit. LQD Also bouncing a little bit today, which means the TLT probably bouncing. So that was kind of what we had talked about, right? Seeing this clear breakout, looking for the pullback into this downtrending line. Probably want to play it bullish off of that. The HYG or the LQD pulled back a little bit under that, but the TLT kind of kissed right off of it and bounced to at least today. We'll see if that kind of holds as we go into tomorrow, because we're going to get a pretty big day tomorrow on yields and rates and how that will affect bonds and the markets. All right, taking a look at that sector rotation on the day. Lower end of the day, financials. Financials are at the lower end of the day. We also got industrials, discretionary utilities at the lower end of the day. Healthcare, staples, energies, not doing all that well. Materials also underperforming. And then communications and real estate kind of in line with the market there. And tech continuing to lead the day. Tech is just dominating. And if we take out the gap, what does it look like? Tech, big intraday buying coming in on tech, XLK. Energies, utilities, materials, real estate outperforming during the day. Communications underperforming, as well as healthcare, staples, and industrials, and financials and discretionaries at the lower end of the day. So that is how things are going today. Okay, so talking about AAPL, we got the Apple event yesterday, WWDC. I see a lot of bullishness coming in, especially in the first the first 2 hours, of the day, pretty strong, bullishness. And I think a lot of people, investors want to know is, did Apple do enough to get people to go buy new devices? Are people, was what they showed off yesterday what something that is going to move the needle, get Apple back to growing? And I'll be pretty honest, I looked at some of the stuff that they announced yesterday. I was not that impressed, but it doesn't matter about my opinion. It matters about, are they, what they showed off, is that going to get, people upgrade devices? Like that's where Apple makes their money. They, if they upgrade devices and sign up for services. And there wasn't too much yesterday. There was, they showed off some calculator on the iPad thing, and it was pretty cool, but it's like, am I really gonna draw a cartoon out to get this thing to do math? And it's like it's cool technology, but it's a practical technology. That's the difference. There was some pretty neat stuff out there that they showed off. I just didn't see how much of it was very practical. My opinion, that like a lot of people are like, oh yes, I absolutely want that. It's like a lot of that stuff we already have, and it's already easier to use. Would probably be the thing I would say. I think this might be something that takes a little bit of time to kind of figure out. I might not be the only one in thinking that, but I've also seen other people say they're really excited for it. But there's also been people say that they've been really excited for things before that from Apple, like the Vision Pro that they announced last year, the year before, whenever that was. And that thing you don't ever hear really anything about it at all anymore. And I don't really see anything about the Vision Pro. So it is one of those things that maybe this is something that, oh, it's Apple showcasing something new, but what is it really going to do? What is it really going to do? So that's kind of my perspective on AAPL. I would take this opportunity to probably lock in profits, especially if you've been in here over the past month and a half, 2 months. I definitely was mentioning down here at these lows around the mid 160, under 170, like, hey, don't want to play this bearish going to the Apple event. You're going to want to wait. People are going to get hyped. They always get hyped at Apple events. They always show off something. Apple's great at selling product. That's what they do, right? They sell product. Like they're really good at it. And Yeah, that's just kind of my perspective on AAPL. I would take the opportunity to lock in profits. So, anyways, that's the AAPL side of things today.